Sup folks, StugeGG. Here's an update on some upcoming series you will be able to see on the channel. I know I haven't been getting a lot of secondary uploads lately. Just been really busy and kind of a little bit of a funk, but there's a ton of stuff I want to play now, a ton of stuff I want to record and upload. But I just want to give you this preview of what they are so you can see if you'd be interested in them, if you have any questions, and to give you some basic information about the game. I'll read off the description from Steam or wherever the game is available, and just basically give a brief description of why I want to play it, and then in the description below you'll be able to see links to it. The first thing I want to point out is that I'm not going to stop playing Town of Salem. Potentially I might be playing it less, but I will continue to be doing the sub games every Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, unless we find a better time/day, but that's the one that's been working for me. So you will still see that as the morning upload either every day, or if some other things start to take over, mainly Throne of Lies, which we'll talk about in a second, you'll probably still see it 4 or 5 times a week at least, I would assume, unless something crazy happens and Throne of Lies starts being everything, but we'll get to that. But yeah, Town of Salem will continue sub games going for the foreseeable future. Come play with me, come check the games out as usual. But that does bring us to the first upcoming series we're going to have, which is Throne of Lies, the online game of deceit. And the description is the 3D online multiplayer social deduction game of mischief and betrayal, inspired by medieval politics, tabletop, and werewolf/mafia for PC. Discover your allies, dispose of the rest. So I've already talked about this quite a bit. I've already streamed it on Twitch. You can check that out. Twitch link in the description below as well. I will have videos upcoming probably this week for it. The biggest comparison obviously is to Town of Salem, and that's where my initial interest came from. People talking about it, a lot of folks looking at it. I ended up backing it on Kickstarter. I've been playing the closed alpha for a couple days now, and it is a ton of fun so far. It's just a little bit confusing at first. There's almost 30 classes to learn, and it is vastly different than Town of Salem in terms of how the actual game plays out. And things are still obviously new. Not everyone knows what they're doing, so there's mistakes being made and stuff like that. But the main reason I want to play it is it's another online deduction game that offers something completely different and has kind of a very unique experience. I don't want to go too much into it. I'm going to have a video up for that explains what the game is and how exactly it works. But it's something I am greatly looking forward to. The next series that you will see starting right away is Frisky Business. It's very different than anything I have uploaded before. The description is, you are Mr. Falco Frisk, private detective of Frisk Investigative Solutions. Develop your relationships with your team as you take on your very first case. Dive into a sexy and strange adventure of hot babes and killer clowns. So it's a visual novel with a sexual theme, I'll say, but the main thing is it's very tongue-in-cheek humor. I haven't played it yet, but the other reviews I watched somebody else play it a little bit. It's overtly sexual, but the main thing is it's all tongue-in-cheek humor. It's supposed to be stupid. Everyone's a stereotype. It's just gonna be something to kind of, unwind and just be stupid. And that's kind of why that's why I want to play it. I play a lot of serious games. Life is Strange obviously was very serious. Nefarious wasn't too serious, but then my one-shot playthrough, I guess there's serious themes in that. But I just want something stupid and simple. It's probably only going to be 3 or 4 episodes. It's a pretty short game. I've been told it's just over an hour your first playthrough. To get to additional endings, if you just skip stuff you've already seen, it's like 25 minutes. So we might see multiple endings, but it's just going to be something to just be dumb. There's not nudity or anything in that. There is sexual content. If I have to blur anything, I will. But it's mainly just going to be there to just have some fun and be goofy. The next game after that, and I will be playing this as soon as it comes out, is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series. And from Earth to the Milano to nowhere and beyond, and set to the beat of awesome music, this 5-part episodic series puts you in the rocket-powered boots of Star-Lord in an original Guardians adventure. So the big reason I really want to play this, obviously I love Telltale games, and Guardians of the Galaxy is probably my favorite movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I like that kind of humor. It's goofy, but also still has a great story. So it's going to be coming out April 18th. I've already pre-ordered the season pass. I'll be playing each episode as it comes out. Normally I don't love playing Telltale games that way, especially since there's sometimes really long gaps between them, and you kind of forget what happens. But I want to try playing it as it comes out, so probably on April 19th I'll have my first video up for it. We'll play through each episode as it comes out, and complete the entire series as it goes throughout the year. But the main reason, like I said, love the Telltale series games. love Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it's going to be another chance to have some fun while also having a cool story. So the next series possibly is Herald, an interactive period drama. Herald is a choice-driven adventure set on colonial tides. Board the HLV Herald and uncover its dark secrets in an intriguing tale about tyranny and servitude. So this is a point-and-click adventure with conversation options. And in full disclosure, the main reason I was aware of this game and became interested in it is because somebody from the developer/publisher actually sent me a free copy and asked me if I wanted to check it out. And I hadn't actually looked at it before, and once I did, it actually looks really neat. The big things about it are that it is 100% voice acted, and from the previews, the voice acting looks great. And given that I've been playing a lot of games where I have to constantly read the lines, and I'll have been playing a visual novel, Guardians of the Galaxy have voices, but talking a lot in some of my recent games, it'll be nice to have that voice acting, and I love good voice acting. It does deal with some serious topics. I think kind of tyranny and servitude is mentioned in the description, but I believe there's some race issues, a few other things like that, just basically, you know, rich versus poor, that kind of stuff. So it might not be a huge fun experience, but that's actually also another episodic game. Book 1 and 2 are out. They're entirely independent chapters, so you don't really need to have too much involvement in each of them from what I hear, but it's gotten good reviews, and there's going to be additional books of it coming out in the future. So if we like it and it is really fun, potentially that becomes longer as more come out. But main thing, it's just a really cool game that the developer actually turned me on to, and I'm looking forward to actually playing it. I'm not sponsored or anything like that, I just got the free copy. Series after that, and this could potentially be a very long-running series, would actually be The Sims 4. So you create, you control, you rule in The Sims 4. Create new Sims with big personalities and distinct appearances, control the mind, body, and heart of your Sims, and play with life. So this was actually suggested by one of the subscribers in the comments on one of my videos, and the more I thought about it, I thought it might actually be a pretty cool idea. I've played some of the Sims games a long time ago. When I was younger, actually the original Sims game when it came out I played. If you want an idea of how old I am. But I love the idea of the fact that it's story driven, but it's not. The idea that you're developing your own story. So while I obviously love story games, and you see in everything I play, outside of Town Sam and Throne of Lies, everything I do is pretty much looking for cool story driven stuff. So this one, we have the ability to express some of our own creativity and actually create the story ourselves. I know there's a lot of people who have done this before, so maybe it wouldn't be too interesting to see me do it, but I will likely test it out. You can kind of play the game, I think, for 2 or 3 days for free before you buy it. So I will probably do that, record it, or just buy it if it's not too expensive, and see if you guys like it. And if you do, it might become a series that expands a long time. It probably won't be like a daily thing. It might be 2 videos a week for starting right away and going for a long time, and just kind of developing our own story. But that'll mostly be your guys' feedback to see if that continues for a long time or not. But it's neat. I know there's a ton of downloadable content for it. We might get into some of that. I mean, right now I think you can spend $300 and not even get everything in it. Obviously, we don't want to necessarily do that, but something to look forward to. So that is everything I've got set on the schedule right now to record and upload. If you have other suggestions, I'm always open to hear them. Fun games, story-driven games, multiplayer games you want to see me play with somebody else. I might be mixing in some of those casual multiplayer games with other folks. Just kind of as my friends play, as I develop friendships with some other people that are recording, we might just hop into random stuff to play, Rocket League, Shell Shock Live, stuff like that. But I want to thank you for sitting through this long update. Hopefully it wasn't too long and too drug out. But I really just want to give you guys an idea of what's coming up, what you can expect, and things you could possibly look forward to, and games you can check out for yourself. But thank you again for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And as always, please have a great day.